All right, segment number one. Let's go with agents and managers. How do you get an agent? More often than not, it's going to be through a mail out. You'll take an 8x10, attach your resume on the back of it, and include a cover letter and mail it out. And wait for a couple of weeks, and hopefully a couple will call you and bring you in. You're not going to get signed with CAA or William Morris. You're not. And if you're watching this, you're probably, if you're not signed with them now, even somebody like Abrams or something is just not going to be interested in you. Off the bat, off a mail out. You can get a friend that's with a bigger agency than you potentially should be with. You could get a referral. Sometimes that does help a lot. But generally, if you have no credits, no training, no nothing, and you sign with Abrams, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So you'll start with a small agency. You'll get a couple crappy jobs that don't pay anything, or very little. And you'll build up some credits there, and then you'll move to a little bit bigger of an agency, and maybe you'll do like a couple ultra-low films as a supporting, and then, maybe you'll book a lead in a ultra-low or something, or a mod-low, and then you'll move up to a B-list agency, and you'll start auditioning for television shows, and then book a couple guest stars. Maybe you'll book a pilot, and then, you'll move up from there. And so forth. Your agent takes 10% of your gross. They take their money before you pay your taxes. This is also true with a manager. But the 10% is not. The norm for a manager is 15%. I have heard as high as 20. I have heard some that take 10. They're not regulated by SAG, so they can pretty much charge you whatever they want. But, anywhere from 10 to 20% is the norm. Should you have both? Yes, you should. An agent will get you an audition, and they will negotiate your contract if you book that job. If you get an offer for that job. So you'll go to audition, production will call your agent and say, we would like to offer Wesley the job at this rate. And my agent will then say, yes, he'll work for that, or no, he'll work for this much and nothing lower. And then production will say, well, we can't really afford that. Can we settle on this? Whatever that negotiation is, you have no idea that this is going on. You have no idea what numbers are being thrown out. You just had an audition that day, and you're going to sit back and have a cup of coffee. Hopefully, if it works out, your agent will call you that night or the next day and say, you've signed. They've agreed on the terms, and this is what you're going to be working for. Your manager is somebody that's going to have communication with you. Your agent's not going to come to your birthday party. They're not going to, that shouldn't be your agent's job. It really shouldn't. Your manager, you're going to have a much closer relationship with. Some managers will actually talk to you every day. Some do it on a weekly basis. If they're busier, if they have more clients to sort of manage. Your manager is going to take care of, they're going to help you with your scheduling. They're going to make sure you're in the right classes. They'll get audition feedback that your agent will give to you, that you can tell them, and they can sort of gear you towards the right class to take. They've been around the city enough to know who's good and who's going to serve you the best. That's going to be the difference between your agent and your manager. Your manager cannot negotiate your pay for you. Okay? So you really should have both. Especially, you know, when things start getting busier and crazier for you, which is probably going to be about 10 years down the road from now. You're going to need somebody to start taking care of helping you book flights and hotels and that kind of thing, you know. And that's what they're there for, you know. They'll be your best friend and your biggest fan and your biggest hero. Okay. That's the difference between both. So bullet points: don't sign with somebody bigger than you. 2, get both. It's going to cost you more, but that's the way it is. Number 3, don't get upset when your D-list agency is not getting you out for Schindler's List. Okay? You're not important enough to be seen for Schindler's List. There's no such thing as an overnight success. You need to build yourself up to get to the point where that casting door is going to be open for you. So it's not your agent's fault, it's your credit's fault. But that hopefully will change soon. So we're going to move on. All right.